Hi there, love. Let's talk about how to handle the energetic bully. First of all, what's your default? What do you typically do when you are faced with an energetic bully? Do you defend yourself from your ego? Do you exit the body in self-preservation? Do you just become small and quiet yourself and deal with it? What's your default? Okay, remember this for the fourth thing that we talk about. So, how to deal with the energetic bully. 1, always assume love. Very frustrating, very annoying. I know, when you can see right through somebody and go, dude, they're being manipulative. This is not about love for them, trust me. I'm just calling to invite you to know that they're just unconscious, that the truth of their being is that their intention is love. They just don't know it. So you can assume that they are loving you from their self directed at you, and I also want you to assume the position of love. And what I mean by that is that you cannot stand on anything greater than the foundation of true love. There's nothing more powerful. It's kind of like the ocean, like it's a powerful force. There is nothing greater than standing in the position of love, okay? So when you're dealing with an energetic bully, always assume love from both sides. Assume the position of love and assume that even though they're unconscious, they actually do love you. They're just expressing it in a terribly flawed way. Second, when dealing with an energetic bully, people like you and I who have tended to practice the knack of escapism. So it didn't hurt so bad to have to deal with this plane. It's like, okay, this thing is terrifying and I don't want to face it, or this feels like shit, so we exit the body. However we do that, whether it's like I'm a nail biter, I used to have seizures, there's this like uplifting and like escape artist exit of the body. So when dealing with the energetic bully, we often call forth that defense mechanism and we escape the body. And what I'm calling you to do is to ground. And when I say that, I mean visualize your feet growing roots into the earth, and don't just visualize it, like feel it. Feel the sensual nudges of like roots digging and burrowing into the layers of the earth, and maybe envision the feeling of pockets that your roots might touch of water while they ground deeper and deeper into the earth, while the interaction is happening with somebody who you feel like is kind of taking your power. The art of grounding keeps you in your own body so you can attend to your own power instead of the art of like escaping your own power when you're faced with somebody else's power. People like you and I are likely afraid of our power, and we don't even know it, but it's because power in the terms of powerful growing up meant abuse, or it meant something that hurt. Power was very hurtful. So we didn't even want to know our own power, because what would we do with it? We have no idea what we'd do with it if we stepped into our own power. But I'm here to say anybody who even thinks like that in the first place is not going to be hurtful to the planet with their power. Because we want authentic power, not the power that hurts, right? So first, you're going to assume love. Second, you're going to ground. Third, cord cut right then and there. So cord cutting in and of itself is a practice that should be kept very sacred, and it should be very intentional. But when you're in the heat of the moment with somebody who's an energetic bully, we tend to get enmeshed with them energetically. So visualize from your third chakra, so a couple inches above your belly button, that you and this person have an umbilical cord connecting you, and just cut it, just straight up, like in the moment, be like, I feel that, got it, cut it, good. Because this gives you an opportunity to step back from the idea of enmeshment, so you are creating from you instead of responding to them, right? Because to be powerful is to stay in your truth, right? So if they're just going to do their thing with the cord cutting thing, they're going to do their thing, you're going to do you, and you're going to keep it separate by that, like, okay, cutting the cord right here and now. Fourth, inner child oil is medicine. Inner child oil is a young living blend. Oh my God, don't even get me started. That I'm going to tell you why I believe that this is medicine for healing the self when we exit the body or when we feel small in the face of an energetic bully. Most of the things that come up for us when we face energetic bullies are transference. So in traditional terms, what transference means is that we bring the past into the present by re-experiencing the past in the present, but with a different face almost. So like if you had, if somebody made you feel powerless when you were a child and you never dealt with that inner child work, you are likely bringing that feeling, somebody's reminding you of that feeling and you're projecting onto them that they're hurting you, but really it's transference from the past that you haven't healed. That's why inner child work isn't just fluff. Like you cannot get away from it. If you actually want to heal yourself and change your life, inner child work is probably going to be a never-ending process while we're in a human body. It's just that deep. The layers and neurons that connect themselves that we have to unweave and unweave to know ourselves truly, it goes very, very deep. So inner child work is not fluff. It's like the nature of the business. You got to do it. Inner child oil neutralizes those feelings of having to repress yourself. I'll just say this, okay? Inner child oil, in my experience, puts you in the position of knowing yourself before you, when you loved yourself unconditionally, before the world put conditions on you that made you question yourself. Inner child oil takes you back to the who that you were before the world told you that you shouldn't be that who you are, okay? It is amazing. I use it every time I know that I'm going to be around an energetic bully, and I use it on my third chakra every single day, okay? Lastly, zip up, okay? So we have to really get, I know I talk about this a lot, but like, we're not just in our bodies. Our souls are not just in our bodies. Our bodies are actually inside of our souls. Like we're that big. We have that much magnitude. And if we stop and limit ourselves by just the skin, we're not seeing the power that we actually have and the power that we can funnel into, the space that we have to funnel ourselves into this earthly densified form. So zip up, I'm sure you've heard of it before, but when you're in the space of an energetic bully, it's easy for us who are empathic and who know how to just like take on the world's shit to take it on. We don't have to do that. Just zip up and visualize yourself, or do it physically, just zipping up from the bottom of your spine to the back of your neck to keep their shit with them and your shit with you. So I hope that this was helpful. Remember that when you're in the face of an energetic bully, you definitely always want to assume love, no matter how hard it is. You're going to want to zip up. Definitely use inner child oil. If you don't know a Young Living distributor, I'm totally your girl. I'll totally hook you up. Call me, email me, whatever. And cord cut and ground. Just cord cut and ground. And they have no power over you. You get to keep your power and you get to own it and attend to it instead of escape from it. And that is where you know yourself. That is where you become alive. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. Bye.